It's time to talk with Jay Foss.
Thanks so much for calling in. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. I appreciate you too, Jay Foss.
The magic happens when you have the right person in the right place at the right time.
If we're having fun, everyone else is going to have fun naturally.
Keep it local radio.
I'm obsessed with transformations on this show. And so I guess that in this case, you are that paradigm shift. You are the thing that transforms people. That's what people call me.
Want to connect with Jay? Dial in.
But then the question is everyone tuned into the right frequency?
Are you tuned in?
Making our corner of the world a little brighter.
Did you make the right decision here? Like, are you, did you bite off more than you can chew?
In figuring out what makes people tick whenever we start something new.
Yeah.
There's always that question of,
raising your inner voice.
wait, was this too much? Did I start hiking a mountain that's a little too high for my level of
With
experience?
Jay Foss.
It's a quote by Thoreau. The price of anything is the amount of life you exchange for it.
Not just another talk show.
We cover all things that make us human.
It's time to be heard.
How can my values and how can these inner thoughts that I have help me be a more whole human being?
Online and on air.
We can't legislate being a good, decent human being. So what can we do? We can become more active in this community.
Raising your inner voice with Jay Foss.
Hey, party people. Thanks so much for tuning back once again. This is Raising Your Inner Voice. It's this program every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time where we dive into what is this human weird experience that we're all experimenting with. What's it about? How do we dive into and figure out what makes you tick and how you can be a better person at the end of the day? And I believe that a lot of that has to do with not only bettering ourselves, but listening to other people in their story and hearing how other people are bettering themselves. And I'm so happy to have a guest on this evening. I happen to have Coach Brad Ouellette from Revere Boxing. He's the head trainer there. Brad, thanks so much for being here. Boxing, why is boxing your thing? Tell me more about this.
Man, why is boxing my thing? Great question. And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Man. Got started, I'd say, I don't know, maybe 1996. My dear friend Jojo Parker, his father was heavy into boxing, martial arts coming up.
Okay.
Somerville guys, Winter Hill guys, real salt of the earth people. So he was very heavily into it, had his kids doing it when they were this big, man. You know, constantly throwing punches, stretching them out. So when I got with the Parker family, me and Joe got really close in school almost instantly. And, you know, he wanted to teach me a couple of things here and there. So he brought me out in the front lawn up at Briar Hill in Malden. You know where that is, near Town Line and stuff. And, you know, we got in the front lawn. He just started throwing me lefts, started throwing rights. You know, here's how you kick. And I fell in love instantly, Jay.
Really?
Almost instantly. Just the confidence of it, the way it made me feel, the whole inner balance of it, man. It's undescribable. It's second to nothing I've ever done in life.
Wow.
Pleasure-wise, and as far as therapeutic-wise and an outlet as well, there's nothing better.
So, and I want to dig into that because I think of boxing as being more, not a violent sport, but it's right. I mean, it's
Most people do. Sure.
It's something that requires a lot of endurance and can be strenuous physically.
Sure can. The thing with boxing is, and what most people, especially the casual viewers, don't understand is how smart you have to be.
Okay.
You know, it's not a matter of how strong you are. It's not a brute thing. They call it the sweet science for a reason.
Okay.
You have to
I haven't heard that before.
It gets deep, man. It's not only strictly about how hard you can hit and how many times you can hit. It's about not getting hit and, just like chess, putting yourself in position.
Yeah.
Thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead. All right, so if I bang down, hit his body, come up with a hook, I got to step out, step back, and get here so he can't hit me. So it's very, 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 not only as far as mentally, but it's emotional too. Going through the training, having to cut weight, and, you know, high highs and low lows, man.
Wow.
It's lonely at the top, as they say. So, you know, again, it's not just about being strong and being physically fit and being able to go. Of course, like my good friend Greg always says, that's 90% of it.
Yeah.
Being in better shape.
Yep.
It's a thinking man's game. It's not about strong, man. That's a whole different thing. You want to be a barroom brawler, you know, that type of thing, go do that. But boxing, you have to be a certain type of individual. I mean, very small percentage of the world actually does it. A lot of people want to do it or thought they could do it.
Yep.
Some people just don't have what it takes, man. That's why I respect anybody that ever made the walk. I broke my neck young, so I could never make the walk. And that's kind of how I turned into a trainer. We can get into that if you like. But anybody that makes that walk, I respect.
Wait, what do you mean by the walk?
The walk, that walk to the ring, from the back, wherever you are, that green room to the ring, man.
Okay.
There's nothing like it emotion-wise, man, building up to it. So, it's tough mentally. And that's what we prepare for every day with these young kids.
I love it because on this show, we talk all about being whole people, right?
Sure.
And so you're tapping into the physicality, you're tapping into the intellect and the emotions.
Yes.
Emotions aren't something that I would associate with boxing necessarily.
Sure.
Tell me more about that.
Very much so, man. I mean, just the strenuous of every day having to get up and go.
Yeah.
It's not a casual thing. Boxing's a lifestyle. It's not a sport.
Okay.
As they say, you don't play boxing. You live boxing, man. You have to eat right. You have to make sure you got your diet's on point and you're not, just sticking garbage down your throat every night. You got to be really intact with that.
Yep.
You have to be in physical shape. You have to be able to run. You have to be able to go long distance because that's what a fight is. Even in the amateurs, man, you're training really hard, but it's only you got 3 2-minute rounds.
Yep.
But it's, you specifically train for that. So it's a lot mentally, man, taking those losses too. When you train that hard, you're in the gym every day, like I'm telling you, 5 days a week. And, the bond you become with these kids, being there every day.
Yeah.
Every single day you're with the same people, man. So, just by default, you're getting closer day by day. So, man, it's nothing like it, man.
And so with Revere Boxing, do you mainly work with kids?
Yes. So Revere Boxing, it's a nonprofit. It's a youth outreach program designed for the kids of Revere between the age 12 and 22. We do some private lessons also. Adults come in here and there. However, I'm very selective who I work with. I don't just want to work with anybody like soccer. With respect, there has to be passion in it. Where I'm at in life right now, I don't want to take the fun away from it, man. And it happens. If you got to worry about paying bills, and it's a lot comes with it, man. And it takes the joy out of it. And I want to keep loving what I do every day. So,
absolutely.
Again, very selective who I work with, but we do. We definitely do.
Wow.
We work with adults too.
Yeah.
Very limited, but we got some good guys. Shout out Connor Duffy. He's a Thai boxer. He comes to me for striking to get his hand sharper. And I'm so proud of where he's come in the last 3 months since I've known him. He just won his fight. He's doing really well. Really good guy.
So with the kids that you're working with, do you end up working for a long haul with them?
Well, I've only been with Revere Boxing a little over a year now. Dear friend of mine, Joe Singer, started it with another pal of mine, Greg Vendetti. He's a local guy, professional boxer, just retired. So they started it, and I've been there about a year and a half. But to answer your question, it's a lifelong thing, man.
Yeah, it sounds like a commitment.
Yeah, it's a lifelong thing. Like me, I got my guy Bottles, Thomas the Train. I got some new guys, my guy Spider. We got the girl Hands, my buddy Yason. Just in the short time, these people. Like best buddies.
I love the nicknames.
We have to, It's just kind of by default. Like, we look at you for a day or two. Okay, that's Waldo. We got a kid named Waldo because he had the glasses and he had the knitted hat. He just looked like Waldo.
Yeah.
Now he's Waldo. So, it's funny in those regards, man. I love these kids. There's nothing like it, man. It's just, like I said, day in and day out.
Yeah.
How can you not get close,
Right. Right.
And it's a revolving door. A lot of kids come and go, too.
Yep.
However, like the kids that do stay, man, it's like little brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud to be a part of it, man. Really.
Do you see, this is going to sound like a weird question,
No
probably.
such thing, man, in my book.
Do you see transformations happen in people?
My goodness gracious, Jay. My guy, I'll just use one guy, Bottles, for example. Bottles, I was able to build from the ground up. A couple students already had some habits that I had to break, or, I like to work with guys. I'd rather a guy knows nothing than comes in with some skill. Bottles was a very different person 1 year ago than he is. He just got his first win. Shout out that, man. We had the Rumble in Revere, too, a couple weekends ago, or last weekend. And he's just a different guy. You can see the charisma, the way he walks, the way he talks now. It's... man, I'm tearing up thinking about it. It's just so proud. Not that he was...
So you're seeing confidence grow.
My goodness, man. Confidence. That just comes with the discipline of it, man.
Yeah.
You're proud of yourself.
Right.
Wow, I
For
did
putting in the work.
I mean, you won a fight.
Yeah.
Not many kids can say they won their first fight. And then talking to some other people, like my guy Malik, he's over at Broadway Boxing. He said, out of 9 years in the amateurs, I've never seen anybody do that good on their first boxing bout.
Wow.
And that made me feel like $1 million cash, man.
Yeah.
When you hear that. You know, it's just like daily. It's the little, and again, I hate to make it about me, like we were talking earlier.
Yep.
You can't help but feel good about yourself when everyone's like, dude, your boys can box. We get it once a week. We go to Private Jewel and Lynn. A buddy of mine owns the club. He's the USA boxing president, and other clubs are constantly stopping in, and the respect we get, and you know, that head nod constantly, it's not a better feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're young kids. It's only been a year.
Right.
My guy Matt said they look like they've been boxing for 5 years.
Wow.
And that's a testament, I believe, to the constant work.
Yeah.
A lot of boxing gyms, you come in, you'll be on a bag for 6 months, Jay. Or you won't even throw a punch. You'll be working, just stepping, learning how to step, learning how to find your balance, which is the right way to do it. I'm very hands-on. So they're constantly getting pad work. They're constantly getting one-on-one attention. And I think that ages like a fine wine.
Yeah.
However, it could also kind of spoil them too. So it's all about, like we said earlier, it's finding that balance in anything, man. So
well, and I think that we're all people alive right now. We're all looking for that balance, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's like something as simple as work-life balance. If it's that we're over-consuming in our thoughts, we know that we need to get outside and like chill on the thoughts and experience our bodies more.
Well
so
said.
finding that balance, I think, is crucial at this time in life, regardless of what age you are.
Right.
Right. I mean, even students know this in relation to work and having full schedules that are keeping kids busy. It's like, well, you might need some downtime to do nothing. Right. It's okay to be bored.
It is. It is. Here's the thing, though. How do you tell a kid that? How do you find that balance?
Yeah.
Question to you.
Yeah.
You know, how do you tell a kid about balance?
So I'm big on actions through things as opposed to preaching necessarily through words.
Sure.
So to me, setting the example and making sure that I'm finding balance myself.
Love it.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, because especially if we are all interconnected and interrelated, then I'm responsible for myself in figuring out what I can do to bring out more positivity and relate that to other people.
I love that.
As opposed to trying to tell someone something that necessarily they're not going to be interested in hearing anyways.
Sure.
Because they're focused on themselves, whether or not I want them to.
Right.
Right?
Well said.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, such is life, huh?
Yeah. If for anyone just tuning in, this is Raising Your Inner Voice. My guest this evening is Coach Brad Ouellette from Revere Boxing. And talk to me about being the head trainer there.
Oh, the head trainer. I do the day-to-day also as far as opening the facility, closing the facility, about 90% of the time. Head trainer, you're basically responsible for everyone that comes in and out of the gym.
Wow.
And it's knowing, how to accommodate different people's needs too.
Yep.
Not everybody wants to fight, Jay.
Yeah.
Some kids want to come, get in shape, hit the bag for an hour, do a couple TikToks, do an Instagram video, and go home.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Right.
The program's for everybody. Big, small, male, female, doesn't matter, man. It's for the community. It's to fill that void from when they leave school to when they go home at night, because research shows that's when people get in trouble, man.
Right.
So it's trying to find something in between that time. And I'm not saying boxing's the be-all, end-all, man, but it works for a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
It could be anything, man. I'm, hoping in the future we get a music program going. Love to do something with the arts. It's got to be more to it, because not everybody's going to want to be a boxer.
Right.
And a very small percentage of people that want to box actually follow through with it.
Yeah.
So I think there should be more avenues too.
What makes that important for you, finding an avenue for kids in particular?
Well,
Is there anything personal for you?
Yeah, I didn't really have the avenue. I mean, I did when I was younger, but I feel like when I started falling off from the boxing and I started steering off from the martial arts, my life went in a very different direction. As far as, and I'll be honest, man, as far as drug use, as far as dealing with women, as far as the fast life goes. And if I could help a few kids maybe not go in that direction, as trite and cliche as that may sound, if I could help one, people say it all the time. But I really stand on that, Jay, because it's like, it's tough. It's once that grasp gets you, especially drugs, man, it's really tough to get out of it. And I'm proud to say I got a little over 3 years sober, not a drop. And I was a big drinker, towards the end of when I was using. I don't know if you remember my good friend Roger Sheets. He was killed at the hand of the police. It's a pretty long story. He was a Malden guy, Linden guy as well. And kind of like since I lost Roger, man, my life really started to decline mentally. I just fell in a deep, dark hole. I was using a lot. I was drinking a lot. And just, honestly, I didn't think I'd ever get out, man.
So what kind of woke you up or shook you?
Well, that's a great question, man. I really never reflect on that. I feel like, like I skipped the 12 steps. I didn't do the meetings, any of that. I always say, I'll die on this hill. I'm an addict till the day I die.
Yeah.
I just don't drink or do drugs, man.
Yep.
I guess the disconnect from family, to answer your question. Missing birthdays.
Yep.
Missing holidays, man. Not being there for the only people that really matter.
Yeah.
The people that never turned their back on me, dude.
Yep.
The people that stood tall no matter what I look like, no matter what. I mean, dude, I gained over 100 pounds just drinking every night, eating one meal at the end of the day and just sitting in it all night. And that's my last battle now, trying to claw through that. It's been the toughest, honestly.
Yep.
We'll get into that, but I think it was the family thing to stay on task and not go too far off. Just the look in my mother's eyes, my dad, they're not getting any younger. So do I want to be a disappointment to my people? And not that they ever put that on my shoulders, but you can see it. It's not what they say. You can't lie. Energy doesn't lie, Jay. That's why I'm here. And I told you that,
Yeah.
Not like I'm George Clooney, but I pass these down all the time. And I wanted to come here for a specific reason of, A, we got so much time in the paint. We grew up together. And B, the title really is like raising your inner voice, really.
Yeah.
It just made me think. There's so many avenues off that. So you can have anybody on here, dude, from a priest to a NFL player. It really doesn't matter, man. We all have an inner voice that I feel needs to be spoken. It needs to be heard.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic for most, letting their story out. And, I got a good friend of mine I was telling you earlier, shout out JoJo. He's going through a lot right now mentally. Like, man, he did some time. He sat for a while, and I think reacclimating to life and getting back of the swing as well as he's doing is tough mentally, man. It's an everyday battle. And when you look at one of your best friends struggling, man, you can't describe the feeling, man. You're a dad, so I can only equate it to watching one of your sons deal with it. That's how much I love this man. So it's like through thick and thin. We've been through so much ups and downs. So it's very tough to watch. And all you can do, like my good friend Murph said, is you just got to be there. You just got to listen.
Yep.
And I'm glad to say he's doing much better now. Just got through a program, and he's going on to do another program. So it's good. However, like I said, this is a constant thing. Addiction, mental health. Don't just stop. You can't just put a Band-Aid on. It's a lifelong thing.
Right.
And we have to address it and stay on the forefront.
Well, and especially mental health. I mean, it's become a cliche and buzzword, I feel like, lately, but it's something that we all deal with. Sure. I mean, it's akin to physical health. We're all aware that we need to work on our health, but our mental health is something that we can let slip and not necessarily pay attention to and not deal with those inner voices necessarily that we might be struggling with.
Sure.
Right?
Right.
So how is it that we can be there for others and kind of make sure, I mean, we can't control anyone else, right? We're only here to control ourselves. But being there for our loved ones, especially if we see someone suffering with something, I mean, that's heartbreaking to watch.
It's heart-wrenching. Also, what if I'm going through something?
Yeah.
And I suffer in silent, man. I'm Gary Cooper. I've just always been that way. So it's like you cannot pour from an empty cup.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? So if I'm not 100%, I can only be so good to others around me.
Right.
So like getting the weight under control, getting the mental aspect, that's very important to me these days, man.
Yeah.
So I've been going a little extra hard, especially when you're looking around, you're seeing what's going on around you, man. It really lights that fire and puts more fuel in the tank, if you would.
Yeah.
And again, it's all about balance, man. You got to be there for yourself first. And that's what I'm having trouble with, is finding me time, because I'm always training someone else.
Yep.
Since the year and whatever I've been there, I've never once hit the bag or worked out. And that's fine for whoever does.
Yep.
But when I'm there, my time's strictly for those children.
Yeah.
I'm fully committed to that when I'm there.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, man. It's just like a switch. I need time too. It's cool. I'll get to it. However, when I'm there, I'm Coach Brad.
Yeah.
I'm the head trainer at that point. So
right.
maybe it's just a matter of finding another club, or, a buddy of ours just open a place. Maybe you go there first.
Yep.
Square me away first.
Right. Right.
It's tough to explain. When I'm there, I'm fully that.
Really?
I'm just always.
And so hours, I assume, are mostly after school and weekends too?
Sure. But like I said, we do private lessons also. But as far as for the group program, it's 2 to 5 every day.
Okay.
Like 3 to 5. Like you said, it's after school.
Yep.
When they get out, they come on in. They usually leave about 5. I lock up about 6, sometimes 7 o'clock, depending on what we got going on, and who sticks around and stuff. Some guys got jobs now, so they come a little bit later. But it's awesome, man. We got a great group of kids, man. Shout out all them guys.
Nice.
Amazing people. We got some good coaches, too. really good coaches. I told you, Greg Vendetti, he just retired. He's a pro boxer. You can look him up after. Good friend of mine, Matt. He's old school Somerville boxing. He's just from that cloth.
Yeah.
Shout out Matt Mahoney. Officer Joe Singer. He actually did a couple fights in his 40s.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to lead by example, man. He's on that type of time. Like, look, guys, if I can do it, you can do it. You know,
Setting
big guy,
the example.
big burly dude like me got in there and he made it happen. And I got the utmost respect for that, man. You know, and they've been such a welcoming team to me. And I mean, dude, with open arms since day one. So I was just going there to check it out, man. I got the message.
Really?
It's all it was supposed to be, a quick sweat. Check out what you're doing. I love the kid thing. Putting the boxing aside, I was just there for that aspect, the mentoring, and dude, it was like home instantly. I'm like, oh yeah, this is where I belong. The last building before we got the building was in an old school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the old McKinley School in Revere.
Okay.
On Yeaman Street. So yeah, it was just old school, rugged, and that's just the type of guy Greg is. So you know, I felt right at home, if you would.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
and the rest is history, as they say, buddy. So.
Well, we're going to hear more of this interesting story on the other side of the break. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.
Stay with us as we continue raising your inner voice with Jay Foss.
If you have any issues, topics, or voices that you think would be great to be heard on this show, please reach out, jay.foss@me.com. If you want to add your voice to the conversation, record a voice memo and email it to me, or tune in live Sunday evenings at 7 p.m.
How's your 401k? I'm Luke Noble of Noble Financial Group. As a certified financial planner, I know you can't plan for everything, but we can prepare you for life's twists and turns. We'll make a plan to help your money last through your retirement years. Our team is dedicated to helping you achieve your financial goals. Let us help. Visit noblefinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through MML Investor Services. Member SIPC. Noble Financial Group is not an affiliate or subsidiary of MML Investor Services.
Making our corner of the world a little brighter, online and on air. Raising your inner voice with Jay Foss.
And welcome back to Raising Your Inner Voice. My guest this evening, Coach Brad Ouellette from Revere Boxing. He's the head trainer there, and we're talking, I mean, it's like most conversations on this show. We're talking about boxing, but there's so many other implications from that, where boxing is a way of life for Brad and for the kids that he's training, but all aspects of life require some form of discipline. All aspects of life require the emotion and the thought and the dedication to your life that's needed.
Well said.
Do you want to chime in at all about that?
Basically, well, like you're saying, it's a lifestyle, man, and it's the most rewarding part for me is seeing these kids stick to the script.
Yeah.
You know, like seeing them say, all right, this is my life now. Eating good, showing up on time, putting boxing aside for just a moment. Yeah. Those things will help you in life in general.
Right. Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
Showing up
regardless.
on time for a job interview is going to always age well.
Yep.
Cleaning up after yourself. We had a little problem with that for a while.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm not your mom. I'm your trainer. So leaving your gloves and stuff, the two things going to happen. They're going to end up in the trash or my office for a kid that can't afford them.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of respect, you know, have a little courtesy. Yep. And they're learning. They're learning on the job, as I love to say. So, you know, it's been, that's the biggest part of it. You know, those attributes carrying on and carrying over into life.
Yeah.
I think it's really good for fighters or anybody.
Yeah.
You know, not just in boxing. It could be anything that requires discipline, Jay. So,
absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes complete sense. Thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely.
So tell me about the nonprofit side of the business.
The nonprofit, we get a lot of help. Well, the most help from Mayor Patrick Keefe. He's the mayor of Revere. He's an amazing man.
Okay.
Shout out that guy. Best thing that ever happened to Revere. He takes care of us with the building, so we're able to have a spot for the kids. We get a lot of government grants as well. A lot of people help us to that, you know, to those ends.
Wow.
So that helps definitely keep the doors open and keep things flowing on the day-to-day.
Yeah.
My partner, Joey, takes care of all that stuff. Dude, salt of the earth human being, just all around good guy.
Yeah.
Every person I've ever met has a Joe Singer story.
Oh, yeah?
In a good way. You know, just may have helped. He's an officer, may have helped someone, or just great stories all around. And he knows a lot of people.
Okay.
And a lot of people love what we do.
Nice.
You know, and they show it.
Where are people finding you?
So I think I know there's a website called Revere Boxing Youth Outreach. So we have a website. We're on Instagram as well, Revere Boxing Outreach, I believe.
Yep.
And just word of mouth, Jay.
Is it? Yeah.
Travels more than any social, any TikTok video. Just when you're doing the right thing, you get recognized, man.
Well, that's so crucial. Doing the right thing. I mean, it's not necessarily easy, particularly in this world that we live in, right? Where there's a lot of negativity around us, but doing the right thing and staying positive because it's the right thing to do.
Right. Here's the thing, man. As much as these kids think I'm helping them, they're helping me.
Yeah.
I can't be in there working with kids, doing the right thing, telling them to be good, and then go drink at a strip club for 8 hours.
Right.
So they keep me grounded in that regard. They don't even know it.
Yep.
Every move I make is, how's this going to age? What would the kids think? What would their parents think? So it keeps me on my tiptoes, man. Pun intended. It just keeps me in that space, And I love that.
Yeah.
And it shifted my life in a better direction. And again, I don't make it about me, but it's just what it is, man.
Yeah.
They help me so much more than they ever even realized, man. And it's great. I'm so proud of that. To have that, my good friend always says, shout out Randy, you need to have a good baseline. Because people that don't have a good baseline tend to drag right, tend to drag left, and just go in the wrong direction.
Yep.
When you have something that grounds you, Jay, that true north, that anchor, it's a lot harder to make mistakes.
Right.
Especially shout out my family, my mother and dad, my father personally, amazing people.
Yeah.
My brother Craig, sweetest kid on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Not just because he's my brother. You know him.
Right.
You don't want to let your people down, man. You want to lead by example.
Yeah.
You want to show, look, man, you got to be a family man. Like Godfather said, one who doesn't spend time with their family could never be a real man. And I stand on that. You got to make the time for the people that matter most.
Yeah.
That goes back to that balance we always talk about, Jay.
Right.
So it's like they keep me there, man. They keep me at that baseline. And I love them for that, man. I'm grateful, super grateful.
Yeah. So. Well, and it sounds like this is a way of you giving back.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
In particular, because family's been so important for you.
Absolutely. Not only to that degree, but as far as all the wrong I did, and not that I'm trying to maybe I am trying to right those wrongs in a way.
Interesting.
Trying to make amends with, anybody I may have burned or hurt along the way.
Yeah.
I think boxing and giving back, and not only just, I always say part-time coaches get part-time results. I'm there every single day, my man. You're not going to not see me there. Not only that, we take them sparring. There's so much more than just opening the door and locking the door at night, man. This is a full thing for me. And emotionally, too, mentally.
Yeah.
You got to deal with parents also.
Yeah.
That doesn't always go well.
Right.
You're dealing with personalities, Jay,
Right.
You're dealing with different walks of life. Someone you might not necessarily like if it wasn't for the kid. And it's like, that's a balance in itself.
Yep.
Brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's the trying to right your wrongs, and not trying, doing it is the big part for me.
Yeah.
And not even, again, putting the boxing aside, it's the outreach aspect.
Yep.
Mentoring.
Yeah.
Trying to find that or fill that void, if you would, for these kids before they even know they have one.
Yeah.
Keep them so occupied. Let them learn off my mistakes, if you would, or the next man's mistake. Like to start having guys come in and speak too. Ladies come in and speak.
Yep.
Get that type of work on the forefront before it becomes a problem.
Right.
Why not do it now?
Yeah.
So they understand now, or at least have an idea of what goes on before it happens to them. That's my whole thing.
Is the club mainly boys that are attending?
No, I got a couple females too. It's predominantly male.
Yeah.
But we got a couple women. They're awesome. Shout out my homegirl, Hands. Sophia, she's in the military now.
Wow.
She's in boot camp as we speak. Wow. Very, very proud of her.
Yeah.
She's been there before me. She's a great girl. And about a handful.
Yeah.
A couple others. I don't always remember the names. That's why we give nicknames and stuff. So I don't want to be disrespectful. You guys know who you are. I love you all. And so yeah, it's predominantly boys though.
Yeah. That's what I would think.
Yeah. So it's cool though. Very cool. Because you can relate. I was a boy once.
Yeah.
You were a boy once.
Yeah.
So you know what they're going through. They're 13,
Right.
14. Most of my guys, as far as my fight team, the guys that train every day,
Yep.
Bigger picture, eye on the prize, 13 to 14.
Yep.
So,
Well, and for the girls, I would imagine that for them, they're all much more standout.
oh yeah,
Right?
of
Because
course.
it's like, When it's one of those weird reverse things, but like when you're one of the few people doing something, there's more attention on you, positive or negative. I mean, it's not a good or bad thing. There's just, because you're there, you're more of a standout, which means more people are watching to see what you're doing.
Which means more pressure.
And
what's pressure do? Burst pipes, makes diamonds.
Yeah.
And these girls are very special girls.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't worked so much with Sophie. That's more, Greg worked with her a lot. Greg's wife, Tyler, she's a boxer also.
Really?
So I work more with the girl hands. She's like my newer project. And my good friend Janelli, who's been slacking. She comes once in a while, slacker. But, you know, people got to work and they got stuff going on, so I get it.
Yeah.
So we got a couple, man, and you stand out. It's all dudes.
Yeah.
So you got that type of energy.
Right.
You know, and you got to navigate around that. So you got to be very special to make it in this sport, you know.
Yeah.
Again, it's a lifestyle. So the girl hand, she's all in. So I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Nice.
I really am. She's a good kid. I knew her dad from way back, and I met her grandmother, and that's what it's all about to me, man. It's like she wants to start sparring, which means, you know, boxing and other boxers from different clubs. So my thing is, and it's always going to be, let me talk to your parents first.
Yeah, really?
A lot of clubs don't.
That's interesting.
I like to kind of shift that and make that, you know, the golden rule for me anyway. That's what I do. Let me talk to your grandmother. Let me get close enough where I can smell her. Like, I want to know. I'm an energy guy.
Yeah.
Is she all right with it? Is you going to be good? She's going to be getting hit. She just had a knee replacement. So it's like, and they love that. It's a respect thing for me. Because I always put myself in the other shoe. If I got my daughter going to some club and some guy just brings her sparring, didn't even ask me, what if she gets hurt? Something happens. So it's a respect thing. And they love that. It's like, oh, yeah, we trust you. We appreciate you. And Jay, that's the best gift I could have ever gotten from all this. Parents wholeheartedly trusted me with their children.
Yeah.
In the car, going spar, just knowing I got their back.
Yep.
I could start crying, man. There's not a better gift on planet Earth for me, man. It's the most rewarding thing that came out of all this, that trust level. Because I'm a big trust guy.
Yeah.
I'm about loyalty. I'm about standing on your word. So everything I've ever said I've got to do, I did. I delivered, man. And I'm going to continue doing that. And I can only hope that that transfers and translates into their lives also.
Right. Well, and how does that go as far as if someone were to get hurt under your supervision?
Yeah.
I mean, what happens there?
Well, we're fully insured, and, you know, we're covered on that. And, well, like, we got a guy recently, my good friend Sandman, he got hurt sparring. Young kid, 13 years old. You know, he was turning his shoulder a little too much, and the kid he was sparring was a monster. And he was teeing off, so the humerus bone actually came off and, like, hit a nerve or went into the muscle or something. So shout out Alex, USA Boxing president, offered to fully pay. Said, no problem. It's fully covered with the insurance. So,
wow.
Yeah, we're good on that department. Very rarely happens because there's so much supervision and so much guidance. 2 coaches in each corner. Like I said, USA Boxing president right there, facilitating, making sure it's the right matchups, the right weight classes, always even Steven. But things happen.
Because that makes for a better match, I would imagine, right?
Oh, absolutely.
If things are, I'm not big into sports myself.
Really? You used to be. Growing up, you were. You were a big sports guy.
Yeah, no, come on, get out of here. But to me, I would much rather a matchup, regardless of if it's soccer or football, it doesn't matter the sport. But if it's a good match and it's close and
makes for a better fight,
you want to watch it,
absolutely,
right? As opposed to something that's like a knockout or a blowout.
Yeah. Just a mismatch.
Not interesting.
Heavy bag with eyeballs. Looks like a Pez machine getting beat up. Yeah, definitely makes sense. Yeah. So we always keep it even, Steven.
Wow.
That's why the president we have now, he plays a big hand in that, and I respect him for that, man.
Yeah.
It's a good LBC, which is local boxing community. It's been a lot of great changes in the last couple of years since he took the presidency, and I'm glad to be proud to be a part of it. So hoping I can get more involved in the future. Seems like it's very like they're, you know, a small family. So I don't know how I can get in there. I was talking to my good friend Josh Fippen. Shout out that man, South Shore Boxing, and just, you know, how we can get more involved as the trainers and the coaches.
Yeah.
Or is it just click? You know, I don't know. Right. This is all new to me as far as that goes. I mean, I've had my USA Boxing card since the 90s when it was written test, but as far as being more involved and being actually fully in it these days, I'd love to see how that would go. You know?
Nice.
Why not? Let me be the vice president. Come on, man. I got a lot to offer.
Yeah.
You know? So one of those
there you go.
things.
Well, that's good to have aspirations.
You have to, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no sailing for me. Not when it comes to youth and boxing.
Yep.
Who knows? You might be talking to a world champ in 10 years on your show.
Yeah.
And come back and say, remember that time when you first had me on? We were talking about Bottles or Thomas or Hands or Canelo. Or Spider. Yeah. Well, here he is now.
You are so well connected.
So, I'd love to have one of them talk to you too, man.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. You ever have any kids on here?
Actually, I haven't had many kids on.
That would be pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Just to get their perspective,
Yeah.
Even a quick segment, 20 minutes.
Right.
Tell me a little bit more about your trainer. How's the facility?
Yep.
That type of thing, man.
Right.
Let them be heard also.
Yeah.
Make them feel good,
Yep. So. Yeah. I have thought about that in the past of like different musicians and just getting younger perspectives on the show, because same goes for the other end of the spectrum as well. Love getting older perspectives on the show.
Absolutely.
If we're really all learning from each other, that means that we need to learn from different age groups.
And be open-minded and actually listen. You have to listen to people, man. You have to observe. They didn't make it this far, 80 years on Earth. Not doing, clearly they know what's going on. They have an idea of what's what.
They got something right.
I love the elderly.
Yeah.
The older the better, and the younger the better. Because there's no bullshit, Jay.
Right.
Part of my profanity. There's no fluff.
Yeah.
They tell you how it is.
Yeah.
This is what it is. You don't like it, kick rocks.
Right.
It's how my dad is now.
Yeah.
He kind of always has been, but now it's even more so. It's like, you got to respect that, man. It's like, you got so many years on Earth. It's like, you can't tell me nothing, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. This is very therapeutic, just to even just to shoot the breeze with you for a minute, man.
Absolutely.
Feels really good. What else am I doing on a Saturday? We're going to the fights tonight. Shout out those guys over there. Jimmy Birchfield, Lowell Memorial Auditorium. Bunch of good fights tonight. I'm going to take Spider. We're going to go out there. It starts at 7 p.m. So if this isn't live, but anybody watching here, go check it out. It's going to be a good card.
There we go.
So,
Nice.
Yeah, man.
So talk to me more about, you brought in an energy perspective, right?
Yes.
You can read energy, and
I believe so.
I recently had on a guest. She does Reiki for animals, Tara Dodge, and she was talking all about like interacting with different energies and reading energy. What's that like for you?
Wow. Great question, man. I've always, I don't know how or where, or I've had this ability to kind of read people.
Yeah.
And I'd like to credit my good friend Joe Parker, his father, Joey Parker, just always kind of taught us a certain aspect of paying attention to what people say. But more importantly, pay attention to what they do.
Yeah.
Not what they say so much, but how they're moving. And I don't know, it's almost like this instinct where it's like, I know when I'm being lied to.
Yeah.
Even on the smallest degree.
Really?
The people I love. Might be something about money, or it's just, I know when I'm being lied to, man.
Yeah.
So that energy, to answer your question, just kind of, I feel it translates, and only certain people can read it for what it is. Some people might get that feeling and not even know what they're feeling or understand it. I know what it is.
Yep.
Something's not right. Yesterday it happened to me, just an example.
Yeah.
It's like, you kind of know, you can feel it. Not necessarily something someone said or did. It's a feeling for me.
Yeah, really.
Like, I don't know if you ever got in a fight, but right before getting in a fight, it's the same feeling. Not as intense, but you feel it right here, man.
In the middle of your chest.
Yeah, something's off, man.
Because I was going to guess like a butterfly feeling, more like lower in your stomach.
Butterfly, but more calm.
But more.
You just kind of
a butterfly feeling, but more calm.
It just kind of, everything slows down for me. Anyway, I can't speak for anyone else.
Right.
It just slows down for a minute. You're like, oh, you slimy. It's like,
really?
Yeah. So it served me well in life, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of move around and get through it before it happens. So,
I would think
especially in the streets. Yeah. So I like to carry that and, kind of use that now in business and dealing with kids and dealing with parents and,
Do you ever call kids on it when you do sense it?
You have to, because we're so close.
Because with adults, do you call adults on it?
You don't have to. Jay, you don't have to. Give them their own rope.
Yeah.
The mirror, you are who you are, player. As we always say, the mirror's right there. You know what you're staring at. People do.
Yeah.
They got to deal with that. It's not for me to tell you about yourself.
Right.
Me and my good friend Randy always talk about that. Some people have that urge to, you did it, and like tell people about themselves. I don't, man. You know who you are. You are who you are, player. You got to live with it. You got to walk around in them shoes. I don't.
Yep.
I'm me. I love who I am.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but
when it comes to the kids, you do try to guide them.
Dude, what are you doing? Come on. Just like stupid little stuff, You said you were going to do that. Do it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me one thing and do something else, you know. You said you were going to come to the fights. Where were you? You weren't there. Well, your brother was fighting. The kid you bleed with, the kid you sweat with every day.
Yeah.
What was so important that you missed that? Big pet peeve of mine, dude.
Yeah. If you say you're going to be there, be there.
We train as a family. We bleed together. Like, you have to show support for your brothers. And it can't be that. Oh, well, he didn't come to mine. Come on, man. Be the better person. Be the bigger person.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Michelle Obama said, they go low, we go high. Yep. I love that. So true.
Yeah.
My mother always tells me, don't let people dictate who you are. Be who you are.
Yeah.
I love who you are. Don't let people drag you down to their level. For lack of a better analogy. Like,
yeah.
Don't get, well, they didn't come here. They didn't do this. It doesn't matter.
Well, and it's hard, I think, being an individual because our society so much looks to got to keep up with the Joneses, got to do this, right?
Yes.
It's outward looking and pressure to conform to other people's standards.
Great word. Yeah, it is. It is. You have to have your own standards, though. I believe you can't, it doesn't really, at the end of the day, man, as trite as it sounds, it doesn't matter what other people think.
Right.
You live for you. You do for you and the people that matter, the people that love you. You're going to meet so many people. And that's why I love my good friend Greg Vendetti. I keep bringing him up so much because what I get from him, he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get to him. Like, dude, it's so ill, man. He's my brother, and it rubbed off on me the last year. Like, he doesn't care who's talking. He doesn't care what people do.
Right.
It's just such a small part of the bigger picture, man. Like, it don't matter. Like, he just had a son, so he's looking at, you're a father, he's looking at life different, man. None of that small stuff matters, bro. Bigger picture, legacy. Leaving your kid a nice bag, making sure he's good, doesn't have to work for the next man. That's what it's all about, brother.
Right.
Breaking those chains, breaking them curses, if you would.
Yeah.
For me, it's about, I don't have children, never landed in the cards for me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another reason I take my role at Revere Boxing so serious.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen. It never, my girl's a little older now, I'm older, might not happen. So
Right.
I take this job extremely serious, man. I mean, I quit my job in construction, my career in construction, to do this full time, dude.
Okay.
I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. And again, not a me thing.
Yep.
Taking a big hit doing this, man. And the reason I'm doing it, I had a couple bucks saved away. That's cool. I'm surviving. But I think it's going to pay off in the long run, not just monetarily, man, in a way where, look, dude, listen here, man. It's all about giving back for me anyway. I feel where I'm at in my life, making money is less important than really making an imprint and putting my flag in the sand. So when I'm long gone, man, I'm cold, people remember who Brad Ouellette was. They say that was a good man. And not only that, he stood on what he said. I'm big on, my friends they all know, I don't talk behind people's back, man. I throw cold water on it almost instantly every time. And certain people will try to bait you in. It's like, man, come on, man. We don't
Not
do that.
worth it, yeah.
That person's not here to defend themselves, man. Save that ragtime talk. And it sucks, man, because a lot of people get involved in that. It's like, well, I don't care what he said. He doesn't like me. His problem.
Yep.
My good friend said, that's a you problem, not a me problem. So, with that said, it is what it is, for lack of a better term.
Right.
You got to stand on who you are.
So inspiring and encouraging.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
You have to be, especially dealing with kids.
Right.
Again, breaking them chains.
Yeah. Do you see, are a lot of the kids that you're working with actually dealing with like generational trauma? That they're setting a new standard and becoming more of who they want to be as opposed to continuing, right? This cycle of living that may not be for them.
Great question. Here's the answer for that. A lot of them don't have dads.
Yeah.
That's why, having a strong, dependable, reliable male role model in their life is so crucial, bro.
Yeah.
Because they don't have dads.
Right.
And the dads they do have, part of my profanity, they're hunks of They don't show up for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not hitting mom off with no bread.
Right.
They're sucking air, and it's just, I mean, come on, man. And these are great kids.
Yeah.
And I always say it, man. Till the day I die, it's trite and cliche. Everyone says, we got great kids. Dude, we got amazing kids.
Yeah.
And you kind of, what was the question? I'm sorry, kind of. start thinking that direction.
No, you can keep going with it. I mean, I love the interactive conversation aspect of this. The question was about if the kids are actually like trauma, breaking, generational
I'd
trauma.
like to believe so.
But it sounds that way.
I'd like to believe so. At the very minimum, we're keeping their minds busy and we're letting them set a new standard for themselves that we can only hope will carry on generation to generation. Yeah. You know, I want Bottles to teach his son how to box one day.
Yep.
Or Thomas to show his daughter how to get out of a situation, dude.
Right.
You know? And again, it's not just about boxing, man. It could be anything. Martial arts. Good friend of mine, Lenny, he's one of my Sifu's top students. Guy I used to train with. Wing Chun, a lot of street stuff we used to do. He comes in on Fridays now. Shout out that, man. So he's taking a big load off me working with the kids.
Okay.
And I'm helping me that one day.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine, Eddie Shaw, he comes in on Wednesdays now, or Mondays and Thursdays, and he helps the kids with weightlifting and strength training and mobility and agility work.
Yeah.
It's a huge help for me, dude.
Right.
So otherwise it's coach, Brett. It's like, and I don't shut my door. I'm just one of them guys. My office, doors wide open.
Yeah.
Just knock first. Don't just walk in like you own the joint. And we got allies in this, man. And I want more people involved. And not just in Revere boxing. Maybe next is Malden boxing, man.
Yeah.
Hometown. Well, who knows where it's going to go. However, I feel the more people on deck and the more people working together, like-minded, can move mountains, man. And having the help we do from the city and the mayor, again, shout out Mr. Patrick Keefe. It's unstoppable, man.
Yeah.
We get so much love across the boards, bro. So much love.
Well, and it sounds like you have plans for expanding, right?
Yeah, always.
And I love the fact that, like, if you can think it, it can happen.
Definitely. I can't speak for Joe and Greg. You know, they started this. I just signed on. I play my role in this. But I know Revere Box is not the end of my story. It's a huge part, definitely. And we're going to keep it till the wheels fall off. But I have bigger plans in life, always.
Yeah.
You have to. And I want everybody involved. And that was the idea. And Joe told me that from day one. He said, I want you to have your own style. I want you to be able to branch out, do your own thing. That's what I love about him, man.
Yeah.
That type of dude. I've always had strong cats in my corner.
Yeah.
You know, it goes back to Murph from Total Performance Sports. Always telling me. And here's the funny thing. Everything he ever told me came true.
Oh, yeah?
Stay away from this one. Don't do this. You're going to be 40 years old working in construction. And, dude, there's nothing wrong with construction.
Yeah.
People always take that the wrong way when I say that.
Yep.
It's just not for me no more, man.
Yeah.
And I pay my book, and, you know, who knows? It might be in the future. Who knows? Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I just feel like, not to sound like a part of me, I have a bigger purpose.
Yeah.
And I'd rather use my mind to get paid, my mind to succeed, than just doing something literally an ape could do or anybody could do.
Yeah.
Laborers union. You could do it. Anyone could do it, man. Pick up a shovel. It's like, it's not rewarding work for me.
Yeah.
And that's not to take away. It might be for others. Might be their avenue or their outlet.
Right.
Not for me, man. I like to see change. And these kids, you're seeing change, man.
Yeah.
I'll show you before and after pictures. You won't believe it. Videos of their, you won't believe it. 1 year time, man. And that's a testament to them. I'm just guiding them. They're doing the work, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to tell them. Thank you, coach. No. Thank you. I appreciate it, but it's about what you're doing. I'm just showing you how to do it.
Yep.
Because if you don't show up every day, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Like the mayor said, I always say to the mayor, oh, man, we wouldn't have it without you. He goes, Brad, it's just a building. You make it what it is.
Yeah.
You being there every day, steering the ship is the reason, that type of thing. So
it's incredible.
That's good to hear.
Absolutely.
So I never thought of it. When he said it that one day, I was like, thank you for saying that, Pat. Meant a lot. It's true. If you think about building's a building.
Right.
Anyone can get it done and open the door, close it. No, it takes a certain type of dude to be able to deal with people and really push the needle forward, winning fights, keeping it going, getting more kids involved, having a spa team, but more importantly, having a name.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Revere Boxing's on the map. Everybody. Come on, man. I'm proud to say that. So
that's great. Dear listener, we're going to take one more short break. We'll be right back in just a moment with my guest, Coach Brad Ouellette, here on Raising Your Inner Voice this evening, talking all positivity and everything related to boxing. We'll be right back after this.
Want to connect with Jay? Dial in as we continue Raising Your Inner Voice.
you worried about the stock market, your 401k, or rising costs? Hi, I'm Luke Noble of Noble Financial Group. As a certified financial planner, I know you can't plan for everything, but our dedicated team of professionals can better prepare you so your money lasts as long as you do. Let us help. Visit NobleFinancialGroupLLC.com.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through MML Investor Services. Member SIPC. Noble Financial Group is not an affiliate or subsidiary of MML Investor Services.
Hi, folks. Paul from Gentilly Brewing. Have you been to our tap room in Beverly, Massachusetts yet? No? What? Oh, come on. All of our beer is gluten reduced, and we make our own hard seltzer cocktails and shandies. And we are dog and family friendly. Always. Our tap room is more than just beer. Pack up the kids and the dogs and come to 59 Park Street and see it for yourself. Or leave them at home. You'll be back. For upcoming events, hours, and to see our current beer list, visit GentillyBrewing.com. That's GENTILE Brewing.com to plan your visit.
What does living a better life mean? And what's your process in figuring that out? If you want to join in the conversation live, tune in Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you want to gather your thoughts first, record a voice memo and email it to jay.foss@me.com, because I would love to have your voice in this conversation. If you think someone else might need a conversation like this one, then let them know to get involved.
Not just another talk show. It's time to be heard. Online and on air. Raising Your Inner Voice with Jay Foss.
And we're back on Raising Your Inner Voice. My guest this evening, Coach Brad Ouellette from Revere Boxing, which is a nonprofit in Revere, Massachusetts. And we're talking about lessons learned, discipline, kind of things that relate to boxing, but also ways in which it can impact your life as a listener. And I think that it's really an encouraging and inspiring conversation where you can take a lot of nuggets away. But we've covered a lot of ground here. Brad, we've talked a lot about kind of how this is important for you. How do you think this translates for people that aren't as into boxing?
Great question. Well, like I always say, fill in that void. It could be anything. You could pick up an instrument.
Yeah. That's
your outlet.
When did you realize that this was like a purpose-driven goal of yours?
Great question. And I'm not going to lie. I knew that I loved it and wanted to do it when I broke my neck in 99.
Really?
So, crazy story, man. We were in a BMW M5. A friend of mine was driving. Well, not really a friend of mine. We were leaving a strip club late night. I always hung out with the older kids, so I had the fake ID.
Okay.
Whatever. One thing led to the other. We were rushing home to Revere. Ended up shifting out. It was a stand-in. We hit a brick wall doing 90. I smacked my neck, broke it.
Oh, my goodness.
Sprained my back, lost my teeth. Got this facial scar for the rest of my life. Wore a halo for 2 months. They said I'd never walk again. First question I asked the doctor, you think I'll fight? I was heavy into martial arts at the time.
Okay.
Literally training. Just best physical condition of my life. 19 years old. No, man, you might not walk, let alone fight. I knew what I was going to do. I was definitely walking. So when I started coming back to the club after recovering, my good friend CJ Murphy asked me, because he knew how much I loved it. He said, what about coaching? What do you think about training some guys and stuff? And, you know, it'll be good money, but this and that. We'll try it. Fell in love, dude.
Yeah.
And again, not this me thing, but I know that I have a gift that I can translate what I want you to learn. And this way I'm going to convey it that you're going to remember it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And it might be something as small as hold your hands up like you have 2 flashlights. And these 2 flashlights are facing your opponent.
Yep.
Don't let the lights leave them. People love that one.
Yeah.
Or when you throw a straight punch, salute and pull it back. Just ways where it's going to be relatable where you're not going to forget it.
Yep. Yeah.
That, I believe, it's not about the experience, how many fights you have, if you ever fought at all. It's can you get the best out of the athlete?
Yeah.
As a trainer, anyway, can you bring the absolute best out of the boxer?
So did you start training when you were 19?
Right away. Right away, doing private lessons, making $40 an hour back then.
Yep.
My buddy had a karate school, and we had a little setup in the back. My buddy Murph, I keep talking about, a bunch of heavy bags, some raw dog, old school weights, and it's where it all started, man.
Wow.
At least, for my passion. He got a great facility today.
Yep.
He's over on Madison Street in Malden. Check out Total Performance Sports. Best of the best. Salt of the earth human. Ask for Murph. Tell him Brad sent you. And I just loved it, man. And I knew at that exact moment, I remember it was my buddy's kid, Johnny Traver. And just the way he was looking at me and then the way he was banging at that age, I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to do this. Just the way I felt, the gratitude. I don't know, I can't explain it, man. I've always kind of been chasing it ever since.
Yeah.
And I fell off for a long time as far as coaching full time and being active all the time.
Okay.
But it was always my true north, and I kind of always came back to it.
Yeah.
Man. And I honestly believe, regardless of never having to make the walk myself, I think I'm going to do tremendous things in the sport.
Yeah.
The name's growing every day. People know who we are. The techniques are second to none. And that's my goal, to reach the mountaintops with this thing.
Yeah.
And show people, man, no matter what, no matter how you get knocked down, just get up. Get up. Every day you get up, as trite as it sounds, man. If you're breathing, you got a shot. Don't lay down, man. Get up and go. Get after what you want, man. So I believe I'm like vicariously living through these young athletes.
Yeah.
Watching Bottles smack this kid around the wind. It was just the look on his face when he held his mother. It's like, yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. Like that type of time. Like, let's go.
Right.
And so, that's my goal. And regardless, of course, it's about the mentorship and the outreach. Like I said, we need a world champ, though, and we're going to get one. Yeah, we're going to get a world champ one day. My buddy Greg did it, and he always says, and he tells these kids every day, I wasn't talented.
Yeah.
I just kept showing up.
Yep.
I was in better shape 90% of the time.
Yeah.
You get a world title, You just kept working. Didn't take no for an answer, bro.
So what's success for you?
Great question. Success, I would love to have all the money in the world. Okay, I like nice things, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a Rolls Royce guy. I'm a Bentley guy. I reach high.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's that, though. I think that comes to good people at the right times. It's all about service to people, man. For me, success is, again, knowing when I leave, my girlfriend's proud of me.
Yeah.
My mother, my father, they're proud of who I am.
Yeah.
Brad Ouellette meant something. And when I'm here, it means even more. And my time has to be valuable. I can't waste time on people that really could care less, bro.
Right.
And that's why it's back to the energy. And it's like, I'll work with every kid in there.
Yeah.
But to really get my time, you got to stand out.
Right.
In a way where I'm like, okay, it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Thomas the Train, wasn't skill. He didn't have any skill. He just, for lack of a better term, and shout out Thomas, he sucked.
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah.
He put the work in.
Right.
I just said, no. I kept telling him, don't turn your head, elbows in. And he stuck to the script. That's why he is where he is now.
Wow.
He's fighting September 20th. So that's what it's about, man. Bringing the best out of people. For me, that's true success.
Yeah.
Seeing other people strive in a way where it's so rewarding to me and my people. And I just believe one day it's all going to pay off, man.
Right.
It's going to make sense.
It's already paying off in that regard, right?
Definitely.
I mean, it's not necessarily a future thing. You're already doing it.
Well
you're living the life that you should be living.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Minus, some bills and stuff. It could be a lot better. However, yeah, definitely am.
Yeah.
It's a good baseline, as my buddy Randy always says.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing start, and it only gets better from here.
Right.
We're not going backwards, as my buddy Joe always says.
Yeah. I love that you brought in the true north aspect too, because I think it's different for everyone, right? Everyone has their own true north, their north star that's kind of guiding where they should be going, how they should be doing, and we can all stray from it. We can all not pay attention to like our purpose and why we're alive, and we get distracted by figuring out other things. But coming back to that, I mean, that's at the core of raising your inner voice, is figuring out what is that calling for you.
That's the power behind it, right there. You just said it.
Yeah.
But you have to know what yours truly is. It might be something you least expect.
Yep.
You might think, let's just use what we're talking about. You might think you're a boxing trainer or boxing coach. You might be really good boxer.
Mm-hmm.
But this just isn't for you. Maybe you're not good with people. Maybe you're not good with showing up on time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe parents don't like you.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. Maybe your true north is speaking.
Yep.
Having a podcast.
Right.
Being on the other side of people, bringing the best out of him. Because the way I feel right now, man, I could walk on clouds, brother.
Yeah.
Just from letting it out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic to me, man. I don't
That's
do therapy.
great.
And I got so much bottled up, Jay.
Yeah.
It's like, it has to come out, man.
Yep.
It's in some shape or form. Maybe it's exercise, man. Maybe it's drag racing for some. I don't know. It could be anything. Soccer.
Right.
You know, people like chess. Some people love to cook. Whatever your outlet is, try to find it sooner than later.
Yeah.
Mine was always there, and I still strayed, brother. Like, stray is an understatement, man. I'm just so glad that, you know, it happened to be what I thought it was, man. And now I'm standing on that. Like, literally, my buddy Randy said that. I keep bringing him up. He's a dear friend of mine. Such a great support system for me. He always says, he said it the other day, he goes, you don't have to talk no more, bro. Like, you did it. Like, proof's in the pudding. No one can say nothing to you.
Right.
Oh, he thinks he's a trainer, thinks he's a coach, yo. All that extra talk. It's like, I don't got to say a word, man. What I said I was going to do, I did. I didn't even say it. I just did it.
Right.
And that's what I believe it's about, man. Knowing your purpose, just doing it. Stop telling people, coming soon, get ready. Just do it, man.
Well, because then it just boils down to being talk, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, my good friend always says, singer, talkers and doers, baby. He just looks at me. It's all he has to say. Talkers and doers.
Yeah.
And you got to know where you stand on that scale. And
So
we
good.
do over here, baby.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So good. Brad, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, man, it means the world for having me, brother. I really appreciate it.
Likewise.
Yeah, let's
Appreciate
talk again
you being
soon.
here.
Maybe get one of the kids on, or, you know, talk some sponsorship. Or
Love
something.
it.
I love what you're doing.
Awesome. Appreciate
Thanks for having me,
Thank
brother.
you. Dear listener, it's to you now, figuring out where you need to be boxing in your own life and where you need to find your own North Star. Go ahead and do it. And do like I say each and every week, please be kind and gentle with yourself and share that same grace with others.
If you're enjoying this podcast, please help spread the word about raising your inner voice. Join the conversation live. Email jay.foss@me.com to suggest ideas to explore. Also share this podcast with your friends. Let those who need conversations like this have a chance to check it out.
Then let them know to get involved.